Your company's in the market for a new call center software, and one of the things you might have heard of out there, that little term called AI, and you're wondering, what's the practical benefit of AI for call center software? What are some of the benefits there that are actually real benefits that our company can really use on a daily basis? Well, I'm Mike Smith, I'm the president of AeroCom. Let's put our heads together on this. But before I jump into it, if you'd like to know my recommendation on which call center software vendors your company should be quoting, and you should want my recommendation, I've been doing this over 20 years. I'm a broker for all the major service providers out there. Reach out and contact me. Send me an email, give me a call. I will help you make a lot better decision in a fraction of the time, especially if you have more than, say, 20 or so contact center agents. That's really my expertise, so don't hesitate. Reach out, contact me for help. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my weekly videos that I put out. If you like the video, hit the like button and leave me a comment. I don't get enough of them. Tell me what other questions you have or what other technologies you'd like me to do a video on. What are the practical benefits of AI? We've heard so much about AI, and all the contact center service providers are scrambling to add AI features to their product lines. But from your perspective as a call center, what benefits can AI really bring to the table that's worth spending the extra money to get it? Well, let me tell you about a few. Now, first of all, it's obviously gonna differ depending on what type of call center that you're running. A small call center versus a large call center, for instance. If you have 2 people answering the phones versus 200 people answering the phones, or 2,000 people answering the phones, that's going to be a lot different when it comes to the benefits. So obviously let's take that into consideration. But when I'm talking to you today, I'm going to be talking more about what I'd consider like a mid to large size call center. Like I'd say, 50 to hundreds of agents. That's kind of my focus, so let's talk about that. Now, if you have 1 or 2 agents, that's going to be a little bit different, and a lot of these features might be overkill for you, but let's talk about the bigger call centers. The first benefit AI can bring to a call center is it can allow your agents to receive or make more phone calls. And the first way it can do that is by reducing the amount of wrap time agents have to take in between calls to disposition the call. With AI can automatically create a call summary with action items on every single call. It can also disposition calls. So if wrap time right now is taking 15 minutes, it might be able to reduce that down to 5 minutes or 3 minutes on a call, because then an agent just has to kind of double check the AI was accurate on all the dispositioning and summaries, and then move on to the next call. So that's the first way it can do it. Also, AI can reduce the amount of time an agent needs to be on a call, because AI can detect certain words an agent is saying and bring up resources that they might need that are just hyperlinks they can click on. For instance, if a customer is talking to an agent and they bring up something like a product, well, AI can detect that product name and automatically bring up a resource so they can click on it and get all the specs on that product. So an agent doesn't have to take a lot of time to look up that product on the call, research it, find out more information, put the person on hold while they're doing all that. That's going to extend the call time. So it can shorten it just by giving them resources right away, kind of trying to guess which resources they might need depending on what's being said on the call. Another practical big benefit that AI can do for call centers, it can really increase a company's profitability by increasing customer loyalty, increasing customer experience. How does it increase customer experience? Well, it gives call center managers and agents better tools so that they can improve and train better. For instance, AI can automate call scoring. So on every single call, AI can score a call based on whatever requirements you guys have. So for instance, if you want an agent to always ask a certain question, AI can detect that, factor that into the call. They can also factor in customer sentiment into the call. They can also factor in things like semantics, things that are being said, like, is the agent speaking a little bit fast and they could possibly slow down? Is the agent interrupting the customer? Things like that. So AI can detect those things and score the call based on that. And then an agent can see their ongoing scores and see where they got graded poorly or where they did well. A manager can see the same thing. So those are ways that's going to really help out in terms of increasing the customer experience and the call quality for calls taking place, is automatic scoring using AI. Another thing AI can do is it can automate CSAT scores, customer satisfaction ratings. So we all know that in a call center, there's always those surveys after the calls that nobody really does. Well, with AI, it can automatically create a customer satisfaction rating based on the way the call went. And using that, your managers can improve training and agents can improve the way they're doing business, the way they're speaking on the phone. So overall, that's again another way to add to agent tools, which are going to increase customer loyalty, increase customer experience, and just overall help your business. And the third practical way AI can help your company is to reduce labor costs. So this is the big AI thing you've heard about a lot, is right now your call center probably has a high churn rate with agents that are answering calls asking really basic questions. Why? Because that's not something your company's probably willing to pay a whole lot of money for an agent to do, is sit there and ask very simple or answer very simple questions that are asked. And also, agents are probably miserable answering those calls because it's just monotonous and it's mindless, just repeating basic information that a customer could easily get through a bot. So through AI, you can do chat bots, you can do, voice bots, so intelligent virtual agents or something you can do that will really help take up a lot of calls off of agents. So you can save labor instead of having to have this high churn job that you're having to churn all the time and people aren't happy working there anyway, doing those jobs. You can replace those jobs with AI bots. Now, obviously, that's not the end all. At some point, your customers probably need to speak to somebody. They can zero out and they can speak to your more advanced, more tenured agents, and that's fine. But at least you're not having to hire a bunch of low-cost agents that aren't happy in their job to answer basic questions all the time. Okay, well, which AI features are going to bring the biggest benefit to your call center specifically? That's where I come in. Reach out and contact me, send me an email, give me a call. I'm a broker for all the major cloud contact center vendors out there. And I'll ask you a few questions about your call center. Based on your answers to those questions, I'll tell you the best technology that your business should be looking at, whether it's AI or any other feature that's offered for cloud call centers. Also, I'll introduce you to the best vendors your company should be quoting for those features, which have the best reputations, which my customers have been very happy with over the years. And then I'll oversee the quoting process and the demo process so that I make sure everything goes smoothly with those vendors. And the nice thing is, on top of all that, I won't charge your company a dime for my services. The service providers actually pay me my broker fee, so your company doesn't have to pay me anything. So there's no excuse not to at least reach out and get my opinion on this stuff. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know all of the service providers out there. I know what their strengths are. Some of them have certain niches, and I'll fit them right into your business's requirements. I'll tell you which ones I would quote if I were you. So reach out, send me an email, give me a call, see what I have to say. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Send me an email, give me a call, leave a comment down below. I'd love to help you. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.